So what have you suffered with, or what have you gone through? If
Mental health.
Yeah.
Suicide attempt last year. I'm happy to talk about that.
Yep.
In detail. As you know, I'm pretty fucking open.
Yeah.
The mental health of music as well.
Yep. How that's helped.
You know, how fucking hard the music industry actually is on your mental health.
Oh, right. Okay.
It fucking destroys you.
Yeah.
Like just the constant, there's a meme that everyone sees and it's you'll drive 5 hours with 50 grand worth of gear and you get paid $50. That's genuinely how the music industry has been for years.
That's cooked.
1, 2, 3,
4. We are here with my boy, Nick. The absolute fucking gentleman has not flown over here to be here, but
I flew here just for this. Just
there you go. You heard it here first. My fucking man. So we're here with Nick Courtney. He's from Melbourne, originally from here. And we are going to dive into some mental health and hopefully some laughter. Of course, with you, there's all about laughter.
Can I swear in the podcast?
Bro,
thank
fucking
fuck for that.
Go.
I was concerned. The drive over, I was like, fuck, can I swear?
Have you listened to any of them?
Yeah.
Bro, we're throwing
Yeah, I know. I just...
we're throwing...
Fuck, you can throw me if you really wanted. I wouldn't care. Wouldn't care in the slightest.
Yeah, no, we're chilling, man. There's no, probably no racial slurs.
Oh, fuck no.
Ideally, that would be
no,
great.
no, none of that, brother.
Sweet as. So let's first dive into the move because you grown up here. Yep.
Born and raised in country Geraldton. I started drumming when I was like 14, 15. I've always done music. My mum's a music teacher. So I sort of got the music ability from her and that's about it. Dad's just bald, so I got that.
Same, man.
You've got hair, haven't you? Hey, we're twins, brother.
Fuck no. Bro, this shit's gone.
Twins.
Yeah.
Yes. Moved when I was, started music, like drumming, percussion, 8 or 9. So what's that fuking 14,
Long time.
15?
Yeah. We're old, brother.
Fucking old.
We're fucking old, man.
Past me bedtime already, mate. Fucking hell.
Need a cuppa.
Yeah. Coffee?
Yeah.
So, was in bands here in town, had my own Sinister Calling, the Skin We Live In, if anyone ever fucking heard of them. It's who I was a part of. And then, I sort of went, Geraldton's pretty shit for music. It's always Perth. Started to really sort of almost search overseas, around the country. I got offers from a couple of bands. I was 18 and I was like, fuck this town. Just fuck it. And then the Way to Silence reached out to me. Some random bloke literally found me through Dan Kirby, who's the drummer of Bliss and Essa, who I was somehow friends with at the time. Got a message.
The fuck?
Yeah, got just a random message on a day and, hey, dude, do you want to come join the band, And I was like, what do they sound like? I was like, yeah, music's not too shabby. It's metal. It's what I'm into.
Yeah.
And, had a conversation with him and he was like, oh, we're playing Unify 2016. And I was like, Unify, cool. Who's on the lineup? No poster out at this time. And it was Parkway Drive were headlining. I'm thinking, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll go with these guys. So the other two bands, I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
There was another Melbourne band and then a Brizzy, like proper slam deathcore shit. Ended up moving November when I was just before my 19th birthday. Went, fuck it. Packed me bags. Mum, Dad, see you later.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
And how old are you now?
29.
Fuck.
10 years.
Shit, brother. We're on the cusp of 30.
Depressing, I know.
Wait, are you turning 30 this year?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're the same. It's been 95,
Yep.
baby.
Yeah,
Up
baby.
the 95s.
Oh, no.
Shit.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
You
you
can-
guys are old as fuck.
You can fuck off
I
out of
heard
the room.
those
easy.
fucking knee joints creak when you sat down.
That was my back, if I'm
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, so the move to
San Remo, Phillip Island.
where the fuck is that?
Fucking whoop whoop.
Yeah, right.
Fucking whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Like, I'm talking an hour and a half out of Melbourne. So San Remo, Phillip Island, they got the Grand Prix out there. They got penguins.
Nice.
It's about fucking it, really. And
Yeah.
a lot of drugs. It's called Phillip Iceland over there because
So you went from fucking
Druggleton to Phillip Iceland, yeah.
nice.
To me, there was no difference. There was fucking no difference at all. Yeah, it was scary. Fucking terrifying.
Big move, man.
Oh, yeah. I'd
Big
never
move.
lived away from home. And, off I went to the other side of the country. Fucking no job, no
Yeah.
friends. I'd spoken to the band maybe 3 or 4 times on the phone, and that was it. I got there and we had a show 3 days after moving, rehearsed with them a couple of times, went to Melbourne for the first time, played a gig at the Reverence Hotel. That was the start of it.
From moving from here to over there at 19, how was that mentally?
Fucked. Shit.
That's a massive jump. Not only for like your age, but you're essentially forced to grow up.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Very fucking quickly. My bandmates at the time were a lot older. I think the youngest was like 26 or something. I fucking, 18, moved to the other side of the country, going, yeah, what have I just done? What a fucking idiot move that was. It was a shock to the system. Being like, hey, mum, can you make dinner tonight? I've got soccer training. I've got rehearsal. I'm going to play drums. To mum, I'm fucking miserable. What am I fucking doing? How do I live without me fucking parents? It was a real fucking smack in the balls, really. Going from living with parents to living with strangers at 18 on the other side of the country.
Bro, I couldn't imagine, man.
I was, for me to get home is a 4.5 hour plane trip from Melbourne to Perth. And then I still can't afford flights up to Gero. It's fucking $300 or something.
Bullshit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's costing me $1,000 to get home every time, minimum,
Yep.
for a return trip to Melbourne. And, so it was, at the time, I fucking lived everywhere in that fucking state, I tell you. I think I've figured it out as like 21 different houses in 10 years. Just,
Fuck.
yeah.
Just move around.
It's probably the most stable household I've lived in currently. Because I've got someone there pushing the fuck out of me to be better, to do better, to hustle harder. Whereas previously it's like, do you want to watch TV? You want to fucking go to dinner? You want to just have a nap on a Sunday arvo?
Yeah.
None of that shit anymore. And it's really hit me this last 8 months. That's just nonstop.
Just what? Like being away, or just you got to better yourself?
Just got to better myself.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to be doing. And instead of, sitting here or sitting there on a fucking Sunday night having a relaxation session before, you go back to work Monday. Nah, fuck that. I'm up till midnight every night working. I'll sleep when I'm dead. And that's a quote that I've genuinely believed in for years.
Yeah.
I remember a good friend, Barty, said that under my parents' kitchen table when we were fucking 17, 18, we both pissed out of our brains. And he said that under the table, off his face, off CC and dry. And I went, yeah, I fucking like that.
Yeah.
And I've just always had that in the back of my mind. And I sort of just go, yeah, fucking, I like that. Fucking like that. And it's just stuck with me.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Push.
Like, it's genuine. Like, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yep.
I got to fucking live my life. Otherwise, what am I doing? piss
I
farting
think
around.
that's it. It is a good statement to live by, and I mean, I'm exactly the same. Like with this stuff, I'm up till 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Doing edits, fucking like scheduling posts, doing all that type of stuff. But you do also, in some aspect, have to relax. Because
Fuck no.
I find if I push myself too hard, it comes a point of break.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking break.
Yeah.
And you're either gonna hurt someone around you, or you're gonna hurt yourself, or your mental fatigue is just gonna fucking plummet.
Yeah.
So it is. I do agree with it.
Yeah.
Because I do exactly the same. But there's also days where I'm like, all right, cool. I've got no editing, got nothing to do. I'm just gonna sit with the kids.
Yeah.
I want to chill with the kids. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bit different because I've got kids, but yeah, it's like just spend time with the kids, have
Yeah.
some genuine fucking alone time with them. Go out for brekkie, go out for fucking whatever, and just relax. So it is good. It is good to do it.
Yeah.
But
No doubt.
Those, even if it's just one day.
Yeah.
But then again, on those one days, you feel like a piece of shit because you're not doing.
You're not
anything.
working.
Yeah.
You're not working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy I live with, shout out Slothy. He is
That's a paid shout out, by the way.
yeah. So like for me, living with Slothy, I'll see him. I'll get home from the studio at midnight, and he's still working.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of
They're
person.
the people
Yeah.
you need around you, 100%.
Yeah, like I have really, really cut my circle down recently in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, was it July, August last year? I was in the worst place mentally. I came home and there was only a couple of people that gave a fuck. And I went, yeah, right. Ouch. Fuck a lot of people. I've got to really just fucking put me first. You know, my missus, I barely see her. And she's fucking amazing. But I don't see her enough because I'm busy busting my ass.
Yeah.
You know, trying to really get my fucking name out there. Trying to make my dream come true of being a full-time musician. You know, it's... In this day and age, it's scary. Because you can watch so many drummers online, but how many of them actually put 500% in every day of the week? And it's, you see some drummers, well, I do, musicians in general, one video and you blow up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it can blow up or you can fucking keep working your ass off and actually get a good resume behind you. That for me is more important than a video blowing up. I couldn't give a fuck.
I mean, if it blows up, it just helps.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
just helps anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
But that doesn't mean you stop or you slow down. You just keep pushing.
Exactly, yeah. For me, I get hungrier. Video does well. Video does shit. I get even hungrier. I'm like, yeah, I've got to keep fucking busting my balls.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that's, you know, for me, it's not about numbers. It's about who sees it. I want people to see it.
Does this sound familiar? It sounds like me, cunt.
Does it?
We were legit talking to Byron. Shout out Byron. That's not a paid one.
That was paid. Yeah. They're all good.
Wait, you guys are getting paid for this? What the fuck?
Yeah. We he's our social media dude.
Guy. Yep.
And we were on a chat last night and I was saying to him, I was like, if the numbers go off, it kind of makes you feel good.
Yeah.
But it's not the numbers that I genuinely care about. It's the message that I'm trying to push across and to start the conversation of mental health, but also to let people know that we're here.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we're not, because a lot of people go day by day thinking that they have to suffer in silence and that no one is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And on the internet, like, yes, there's people praising mental health and there's not, but like last night, I went to bed in the shittest mood. I kissed Michaela and said thank you because scrolling through TikTok, it was just one after another dudes just looking for help.
Yeah.
And it fucked with my head so much because the amount of passion that I have for this, it just sent me into a fucking spiral. So it's more the people that I'm trying to show that we're here.
Yeah.
And when you put a video out, it's like and it does shit, it's like, damn, no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
But Byron said it really good yesterday. He's like, even if your video gets one view, you don't know if that one view, that person behind the screen, that could have changed their life.
Oh, 100%.
And I was like, damn.
It's fucking cold, hard truth.
Yeah.
You know, like, doesn't matter if 10 people see my videos. As long as 10 people see it and go, that's fucking cool.
How is, so genuinely now,
Oh,
it is
fuck
good.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wake up, I go to my shit day job that I don't give a fuck about.
Yep.
And like,
Chat.
literally, like for me, a day job pays my bills.
Yep.
At the end of the day, like I work 8 till 5 p.m., Monday to Friday.
It's gay.
It's shit. And I fucking hate it. Like I'm not going to fucking work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Fuck no. The way I see it is I've busted my ass enough that one day it's going to pay off. And I'm going to be playing drums. Don't give a fuck who for. Could be a country singer. I don't like country, but man, if a country artist ever hit me up and was like, hey, when you come play drums for me, Gerbz? Yeah, no worries, bro.
Sick.
I'll do it.
It's because you just love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my passion for drums and music is, I don't even fucking know. Like it's like Cristiano Ronaldo in football. He fucking lives for it. Man gets up, 4 a.m., trains, sees his wife and kids, trains, plays, goes to bed. And that's his routine. And my routine is wake up, go to a shit job, you know, I'm literally home for 10 minutes every day.
Yep.
And then I'm at the studio. I have a coffee. I get to work. 2 covers a night minimum, you know, maybe some recording for an artist or, you know, a rapper or something like that. I go home midnight, shower, wake up and do it again the next day. And it's the happiest I've ever been.
Yep.
Just because I'm pushing myself, you know, like people are starting to notice. They're like, yeah, fuck that bald dude that wears those shitty Eggman goggles. He's not bad. Shit bloke, but he's not bad.
Yeah. So how did you pull yourself out of when you were 19 being in that shit spot? What was the thing that got you out of it? The drums would have helped because that's the thing that
the drums did.
But what's something else that just fucking got you out of that rut?
Honestly, a lot of alcohol. I turned to booze.
This is not do not drink alcohol for that.
Don't drink, honest to fuck.
Yeah.
Like just, nowadays, I'll have one and I'm like, oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like up until I was about 25, 26, there was times where I would stop drinking a little bit here and there. I'd always, I was really bad when I first moved over. I was working with my vocalist at the time and my bassist at the time. They both ran their own businesses. One did air cons, one did carpet laying. If I ever had to leave like the job site to go and get something, I'd go home, I'd smash a beer and I'd fuck off back to work. It was just really bad. I'd get home, I'd have a beer. Yeah, used to just drink a lot. And then it did get worse and worse and worse gradually over time. And not many people knew about it. I would just,
Would you say that you were like a functioning alcoholic?
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I would just, lock myself away and just drink. And then I moved to a little town called Maffra, which is, I think, 2.5 hours roughly from Melbourne. And it was the worst it had ever been. I was drinking between 750 ml to a litre bottle of Jack Daniels a night, going on live on Instagram with some musician friends, and they would watch me drink it. And it was like, one of them reached out and was like, bro, you need to chill on the drinking.
Yeah.
And I just didn't. And then there was a day I woke up, I think it was like fucking Saturday or Sunday. I woke up and I was like, what a fucking waste of time and money. Like everything I'm earning just fucking goes straight to booze. And then I tried antidepressants for the first time and it fucking cooked my brain hard. Um,
When you say cooks your brain hard, what do you mean by that?
it stopped my brain thinking. And
Would you say like foggy or just?
I've always had very foggy sort of brain, like there's fucking 10 million things going on at once. And for me, it just stopped. Everything just went quiet. And I was like, whoa, never took it again. And I was like, that was fucked. I think it was like 5 minutes into just being completely clear. And I went, I want to kill myself. This is horrible. It like genuinely just cooked me. And my housemate at the time, Molly, was like, you good? And I was like, no, it's fucked. Never took that one again.
Apparently pills, the antidepressants, like change your whole personality.
Yeah.
Well, can with some people.
It can. Like I've been on, what have I got? Lexapro. That's the shit. For fucking 2 years. That's honestly kept me in check a lot. Because I would have days where I wake up fucking miserable, sack of shit, and I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to get out of bed and pop that some bitch, and things are a bit better.
What do you think caused all of it? Like why do you think you have such bad, had such bad mental health? Do you think you were putting so much pressure on yourself?
Nah, like honestly, now I put more pressure on myself now to get up and fucking perform and to be the bloke that I want to be, to have the career that I want. For me, it was probably more or less of a set. There was no sense of direction. It was, you wake up, you play drums, you fuck off. That was it. For me, drums was my escape. Now there's more reasoning behind it. This is the first time since I was, 15, 16, where I don't have a band. I don't have anyone to be like, oh, do this, fuck that. I'm completely independent. And, if someone reaches out to me and goes, hey, dude, we need a drummer, we'll pay you for it. It's better to do that because that gives me a sense of purpose in the long run. Like I literally just finished up run of shows with a absolute legend by the name of Mudrat. Literally, I played Wednesday last week and Sunday last week. Fucking fantastic.
Yep.
And he reached out to me through, we'd shared the stage a couple of years ago when I was working with another client. And it just gives me a sense of fucking direction. I can sit here and play songs till the fucking cows come home. That's a piece of piss. But performing them on stage with an artist is so much fucking bigger. Being on stage is my happy place. I was lucky enough to have gone on Sunday and performed for Crime Scene Australia, which is Uncle Robbie, if you've ever heard of him. Huge political...
No, I don't know who.
I live under a rock. I don't know.
You live under a rock? Mm. Why? You've got such a nice fucking moustache, though.
That has nothing to do with the rock house. The fuck?
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, more. You got a fucking good moustache.
There you go.
Thanks.
He looks like Patrick with no clothes on.
Who?
Patrick Star from SpongeBob.
Live under a rock.
How do you find therapy?
I fucking love it.
Yep.
I can't afford it, but I fucking love it. I really do. I've actually put a couple of people onto my therapist, my counselor, and I'm like, my guy's a G. He's Christian as fuck, doesn't push it onto me. I can call him and be like, hey, dude, I'm struggling. Like, I came home, the amount of times I've come home for mental health and just not told a soul. It's embarrassing, and that's why I'm really open with it. People are like, as a bloke, the stigma is, the thing I heard the most was man up, grow some fucking balls. And I went, fuck you. Along the years, I've learnt to just fucking ignore that. And I'll speak however the fuck I feel. If I'm feeling like shit, I'll say it. And, my counsellor, every time I've come home, he's called me off his own back, doesn't charge me. And he's like, how you doing? Fucking shit. Talk to me. And he really opened my eyes to, being open doesn't mean you're being vulnerable, doesn't mean you're being a bitch. It just means you're being fucking honest. And that's the biggest thing is you got to be fucking honest. You know, if you're not happy, fucking say it.
Yeah.
You know, like we've all been in times in our life where we're fucking miserable. Might be at a job, might be in a relationship. If you don't speak up, you're going to continue to be fucking miserable.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you think men can go around helping other men in this whole mental health crisis?
If you know your mate well enough, you should know when he's not doing well. Like,
Yeah, facts.
you know, like if you can tell, you know, fucking Tom, Dick and Harry here is a fucking usually a bubbly bloke 99% of the time. That 1% when he's not and he's, you know, sitting there and he's fucking staring into space, you ask the question.
The hardest thing is that a lot of people put on a face though,
Yeah.
and you just can't tell.
Oh, absolutely. Like, fuck, we've all put on that face. Fucking, I put it on for 5 years, 6 years where, you know, I just pretended everything was fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, it comes to a point where you got to ask. And if you know them well enough, they will obviously be able to open up.
Yeah.
You know, like I fucking spoke to one of my good friends who's in Perth Friday last week. He's having a rough time. And I knew that he was. And I was like, mate, you fucking talk to me. Tell me how you fucking feeling. Like, it's stupid for you not to. That's what friends are for. To be able to fucking open up. And you know, have those uncomfortable conversations.
Yep.
No one likes them, but you got to have them. And if you can tell someone's up shit creek without a paddle, give them a fucking hug. Fucking kiss them on the cheek. Make them laugh. Just do something, you know? Like, you know, I've known you long enough. I think I'd know when you're not doing well. You know, if I was here, like in town, in Gero, fucking full time,
Yeah.
and I saw you enough, I'd know. But, you know, like being open and honest about shit is the biggest thing.
Speaking about uncomfortable conversations, what did rock bottom look like for you?
Rock bottom was last year. As I mentioned earlier, I can't go into the obvious,
Yep,
you
that's
know,
absolutely
fine
fine.
details, but all I'll say is toxic relationship on both sides. I was a shit partner. She was a shit partner. It got to the point where I didn't want to be alive anymore, and I did try and
Commit. Yep.
And so I came home, didn't tell a fucking soul. Called me mum from hospital and was like, yeah, fucking fly me home. Like, I need it. I can't do this. That was rock bottom for me. You know, I caught up with the obvious homies that have been tight since day one. And that was the worst fucking time of my life. You know, unfortunately, I've learned a lot of lessons in the last 7 or 8 years in relationships. Unfortunately, I keep making the same fuck ups. So for me, you know, I have been engaged twice. Unfortunately, neither of them have gone further than that. For me, it's both times coming home afterwards was fucked. You know, the depression hit a real fucking rock bottom. The first time I was in quarantine during COVID, took a good month to actually get the fucking permit and shit to even get on a fucking plane and get in the States. I remember the trip up from Perth with mum. Got told by the cops, you sit in the back seat. You do not fucking stop anywhere to get fuel if you need to. If it's urgent, you've got to get out and go to the toilet. You don't touch anything. You wear a mask the entire fucking time. Like, that was during COVID, like peak COVID. You know, when the borders and shit were shut. And I was like, fuck me, dude, this is insane. I can't even give me mum a fucking hug. And I'm fucking shit. And then I had 2 weeks inside. couldn't leave the house, couldn't see my friends, couldn't see my fucking family. That was fucked. So all I did was play drums for 8 hours a day, smoked a 40 pack of cigarettes a day, and just drank coffee. That was all I did for 14 days.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Seems like some Andrew Tate fucking thing.
Yeah, it genuinely felt...
Coffee, nicotine, and
Drums.
Drums.
Yeah.
Maybe not drums, but yeah.
Yeah, like it genuinely felt like I was in prison. But obviously I wasn't, I couldn't fucking see me mates. My parents in the same house. I couldn't go fucking... there was a boundary that I couldn't cross. Luckily there was, the shower and shit up the front of the house.
Yeah,
And, luckily I had that, but it was just the whole fucking time of COVID. Those 2 weeks were probably some of the toughest mentally. I'm in my hometown, can't see my friends.
Yep.
Had to quit my job because, 2 weeks quarantine. Well, you've got to make a decision here, mate. And I went, well, fuck you. I'll see you later. I've been through that many jobs. Just because a lot of them just don't fucking care. It
Well,
sucks.
you're just a number.
Exactly, yeah.
A number to people.
And, that's why for me it's I don't just want to be a fucking number. I want to be my own boss. I want to be who the fuck I am. I want to play drums for a living.
Yep.
So, yeah. Yeah, those 2 weeks though were... I don't have fucking words for it, to be honest. Just
Right. Did you find having, knowing that once it's up, you can go outside and look a little bit like the light at the end of the tunnel, or is it just kind of like...
I didn't see that light. I couldn't keep normal food. I just wouldn't eat. I think I lost 10, 15 kilos because I was just so miserable. You could see my fucking cheekbones. There was no light at the end of the tunnel, unfortunately. It was just, you're stuck in here for fucking ever. That's how it felt. 14 days stuck inside doesn't go quick. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You can try and sleep. You can try and fucking do whatever. I literally couldn't go past the end of the driveway. And I was like, yeah, shit, okay. Fuck. So I would go out at fucking 3, 4 a.m. just to look at the stars, sit on the parents' driveway and be like, yeah, sick. And that was all I had.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that would have cooked anyone off.
Yeah.
I think during quarantine and all that type of stuff, I think a lot of people suffered.
Yeah.
But going through it, being over here, we never really had any lockdowns or anything.
Yeah, I think it's pretty chill over here. Being in Melbourne, dude, it was fucked.
I think a lot of people over there, over East Ways, was calling this the Golden State.
Yeah, it
It is the
was.
Golden State.
It is the Golden State.
is the Golden
Just
State.
saying.
Yeah. After last year, when you were going through that whole shit era,
Shit show.
what helped besides the drums?
Coming home.
Yep.
Seeing family, seeing friends, just having a yarn. I was very open to my friends. I was very, I didn't bullshit as to why I come home. There's no fucking point.
Just needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. I needed my friends to be there. I needed to talk to my mates. So it's I sort of needed to get it out because the more it was inside, the worse I'd feel. Obviously being as miserable as I was and as mentally fucked as I felt, I went, if I keep this inside, I ain't going to get it. What happens if I feel the same in 2 weeks when I fly back? Am I going to try again? Am I going to succeed this time? I don't know. So I've got 2 weeks to fucking really belt this shit out, fix my shit, and get the fuck out of that situation. And that's exactly what I did. I came home, I unloaded, spoke to my friends, caught up with majority of the people that wanted to make the effort. And I went, sick, I'm going to fucking get out of here. Organised a new rental with a friend I can't say too much because I literally have to fucking
Yeah.
keep where I live and where I work fucking quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of went, yeah, fuck. I got to get the fuck out of here. And I went back and started moving. I don't fucking...
It was just like realizing that you had to just fully commit to the things that you've been pushing back for so long, and you just needed to fucking get there, move your shit, figure your life out, and then it's all uphill from here.
Yeah. Like I was going...
Locked in.
Absolutely. I had to lock in. It was either lock in or just continue the shit.
Yeah.
I saw a photo the other day popped up. Like I was just going through my fucking photos, just sussing out what was on there, what I could delete. There was a photo the first day I walked into the studio that I've got, and I went, fuck. The amount of work, the amount of time that I've spent in there. I was like, this place has fucking saved my life and has really projected me as a human. I feel like I've leveled up. I say that being like, I can sit there and work a 9 to 5, come home, be miserable, or I can fucking do what I want to do and actually give myself a bigger opportunity, a bigger chance to live my dream. I don't think I'll live in Australia for more than another 3 years. I'll fuck off overseas.
Yeah, right. Another big move.
Yeah.
Would you say music is therapy?
100%.
Shut the fuck up.
We have
That's
an episode called Music is Therapy.
I
I stand by it, man, because like music can just change your whole perspective. It can make you go from feeling into feeling like shit, depending on the music, feeling even more like shit.
Yeah.
Or you can just listen to some absolute fucking bangers.
Yeah.
And bro, you're living a life.
Bro, 100%. How do you feel about listening to Suicide Boys? Knowing what their content is about, how do you feel about it? Do you listen to them, JP?
I can't say I actually have listened to it.
No,
maybe you played it in the car.
Yeah,
but
I 100% would have. I would have been in my liked fucking songs. But how do I feel about their music?
About the content of their lyrics.
Fuck, yeah, this kind of goes.
So what? No,
me too.
Do you know what their music is about?
Yeah, I feel like you definitely
their new stuff or old stuff?
Everything.
You've explained this to me before.
So yeah, fire.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know,
I absolutely love their music. They're essentially storytelling through their music.
Yeah.
And like if you listen to some of their actual lyrics, it's fucked up. But when I went and saw them over in Sydney after they finished, Scrim was up on just standing on the fucking thing and just talking about mental health.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like just like thinking about it now is chills.
Yeah, same dude.
It was like, I was like, bro, I was meant to be here.
Yeah.
Like I was meant to listen to that, because if someone can go through all of that shit and still come out the other end, pushing positive mental health, then it kind of says something.
Absolutely. Like when I saw them in Melbourne, I think was probably one of the best days I've had in that city. Like watching them in person, I was fucking like meter you guys away from like being in touch.
Oh, true. I was fucking young.
Oh, dude, I literally was like, I don't give a fuck what happens.
I'll suck you off right now, brother.
I low key would. Screaming if you see this. Yeah, like for me, their storytelling isn't just them spitting bits.
Yeah, it's not them going, oh, I went through this. It's like the hardship of the shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I've got so much love and respect for them. I listen to them daily.
Legit same.
I legitimately will wake up. The song that pumps me up is Carrollton, Paris.
Bro, Paris goes fucking
Matt
hard.
Black. Like, my bro, these motherfuckers just,
Yeah.
you know, and watching them speak on Theo Von as well.
Yeah, that was.
And with
I actually didn't
Nardwuar.
watch the whole episode of that.
Took me about 3 days
Yeah.
to actually sit there and fully focus and just laser beam the fuck in and just sit down. Like these dudes have been through some of the worst shit. And, you know, especially where they grew up in fucking New Orleans, it was a hole. You know, one of the lines in, fuck, what song is it? Are the roses, are you coming to see the roses or the dust on the vase? I think that's what it's called. Oh, fucking names are so fucking long, dude. There's a bar where he literally turns around and goes, saw my dad OD at 9.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine that as your childhood, yeah? Fucked. That would set you up for failure. Unless mentally you can fucking adjust to seeing shit like that and you can actually turn shit around and like they have done now and they're fucking positive.
Yeah.
You know, like, unfortunately, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they are ending in 2025 at the end.
What's some advice that you would give some people struggling? Like going through...
Talk to your fucking friends and family. Like, it doesn't matter how busy someone is. Like, call your friends. Speak to your fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I've spoken to people, I've been feeling shit, and I just go, hey, I'm having a shit day. Sorry. You know?
Do you ever feel like you're a burden opening up to people?
No. I used to. Sorry, you go.
How'd you make your way around that? 'Cause that's like the biggest thing of how to get people to get started. It's like one of those things that you always hear, you know, I was always there for you, like, why don't you ask me?
Yeah.
But it's that like weird trust thing. And you don't build trust by like getting them to like ask you. You ask for help makes them trust you and they will ask you for help.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the way I felt that I got around it was just shutting the fuck up. Shutting my brain the fuck up and just allowing it to just happen. Don't overthink it, just do it.
So removing that inner dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you can sit there and go in your head, fuck, I'm not feeling great. I want to talk to someone about it. You can do that as much as you want. You know, I caught up with a good friend today, Jordo, who I fucking love. And he opened up.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out, Aaron.
Shout out Jordo.
Paid.
Yeah.
Paid. He will be paying me tomorrow. I don't know how or why, but he will. But yeah, like, for me, opening up to your mates is fucking just whatever's in your head, just shut the fuck up and just do it. You know, and that was advice I gave to him today. You know, I was like, my phone is always on loud. When someone says follow your gut, fucking do it with that. If you're feeling shit, follow your gut.
Yep.
Talk about it. You know, everyone needs to talk about fucking whatever. You need to talk about things. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know, as hard as it is to say, to open up that first time, it's a fucking necessity. It really is. Everyone has shit going on in their lives. Doesn't matter. It could be the smallest fucking thing on the fucking Richter scale.
Yep.
Or it could be the biggest thing. But everyone handles things differently.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, you know, for me, I always used to be like, I'm not going to fucking trouble my mates. And I got to a point where I was like, yeah, fuck, I need to talk. And, you know, my communication now is still somewhat average. I'm not going to go and say, yeah, it's great. You know, if I'm feeling shit, I'll call someone every single time. I don't. I just, you know, for me, I've always been the sort of bloke that will be like, shut up and fucking get to work. That is probably a bad way of dealing with it.
A lot of men are like that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But for me, if it's like, all right, it's a couple of days, then I'll talk to someone.
Yep.
Because for me, normally, as soon as I get to work, you know, music work, I'm fucking great.
Yep.
I'm living the dream. So,
yep.
You know, unfortunately, a lot of blokes don't have that escape. And that's the hard part.
Then they find those unhealthy coping mechanisms such as alcohol, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, you know, I used to play soccer. Used to love my fucking soccer. Was pretty good at it. And then I moved to Melbourne and sort of just that fell off. I just stopped, really. And that was sort of the hardest part. Was over there, it was music and that was it. I didn't have friends when I first moved. I had the blokes in the band, but I didn't know him from a fucking bar of soap. You know, fresh 18. I was like, fuck. These mob are all 5+ years older.
Yeah.
So it was fucked.
Right,
Bloody loser.
we asked this question to every guest,
Yep.
all of them. Get a blanket thing. 5 things that you do to improve your mood for you personally. Like, what do you do?
Number one, and this doesn't matter how I feel. Like if I'm feeling anxious, sad, I will put on Running Through the Seventh with My Woadies by Suicide Boys. Changes my mood every single time.
Not gonna lie, I was fully prepared for you to say "Beat My Meat" or something.
No,
Literally,
honestly,
I was like,
fair.
I was like, he's gonna say it, isn't he? That was literally the only. And then you
How
said that, I
often
was
do
like,
you get that answer?
I don't think we've
Oh,
ever
we
gotten
haven't
that.
had that yet.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had a lot. Like, we'll tell you after you've revealed
Yeah,
yours what the common ones are. But yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so that's
that is-
oddly specific, but I like it.
Yeah,
It is. I
tailored.
can 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
Running Through the Seventh, bro. Blasted on my site radio.
yeah.
Fire.
Change. Like for me, it's like the instrumental of that, the trumpets. It takes me to my happy place, which is, and this is very specific again, Sunset Beach, late at night, no music, nothing, but all you can hear is the fucking wind and the water overlooking the, you can see the fucking city, the silos, all that shit. That is another happy place. I can sit there for hours and have many a times. That is just a happy place.
Yeah.
It's so quiet, relaxing, soothing. That's where listening to that song takes me
Yeah.
when I'm in Melbourne. Because obviously I can't just go
Go
to
to
the beach.
Sunset.
Yeah, I can't just fucking go to the beach,
Yeah,
That for me is number one. And I literally listened to that song on the plane yesterday. Feeling a bit anxious. I fucking hate flying.
Is Melbourne near the water? On the
No.
water? No. Okay.
You've got, like, in the CBD, there's the river, the Yarra
So that's
River that
right.
goes
But it's
through.
not near the ocean.
Nah,
Oh, yeah.
nah. You got St Kilda, actually. That's,
I wouldn't have fucking go.
honestly, I've lived there for a while. I don't know.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
don't go to the beach there. It's shit.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It doesn't, no way will it ever be anywhere near as good as Geraldton Beaches.
Jordan Beach is fire.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Number 2.
That's number 2 now.
Number 2, drums.
Yes.
Just,
good.
like I would say they're on par.
Mm.
If I'm not accessible to a drum kit in my vicinity, I will play Running Through
Get
the
the old
Seventh.
thighs going.
Yeah, I literally brought drumsticks over.
Yeah.
I can't not work.
Yeah.
Can't not fucking.
You're a weapon.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And number 3.
Number 3. Just music in general. Like Slipknot, heavy, angry music will bring me back to, like, I'm talking like Slipknot, fucking anything deathcore, Lorna Shore, like proper brutal shit. Yeah.
Bit of Rammstein.
Nah, heavier, way heavier. Rammstein's like commercial.
Fair.
I'm talking like brutal, like want to.
We're sacrificing fucking people over here.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, yeah, like proper death metal, deathcore. That will also bring me back. So those things for me are just essential. Like I'm always listening to music, aside from now.
Yep.
Which is weird.
Number 4.
Talking to friends.
Yep.
Talking to friends.
Nice.
Always good to have a yarn, whether it's with, my housemate who's a fucking G. I can call him at any time and be like, what's cracking? He's usually too busy and he's like, what do you want? Like, that's genuinely how he is. And it's actually fantastic.
Number 5.
Being left the fuck alone. I love it. I will weirdly sit in my studio, no music. Like, this is only a recent thing that I'm starting to learn, is just enjoying silence. I'm very lucky in the space that I have is soundproofed. Soundproofing, there's still a lot of work to do. But I can sit there and just nothing going on. And it's fucking great.
Yep.
You know, as someone that's got undiagnosed ADHD because I can't afford to get a fucking diagnosis, that shit's expensive. You know, I will sit there and just look around my studio, look at the space that I'm in and go, fuck yeah, I'm lucky. So many drummers and musicians would do anything for a space that I have. And to see that I've got that, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking lucky. Life could be a lot worse. Let's fucking go.
Is there anything specific?
How do you guys go around mental health and, you know, speaking to your mates and really trying to get them to be more forthcoming with it? You know, you can tell one of your mates is down, but how do you guys get around?
Make them laugh, and then you kind of ease your way into it.
Yeah?
Like you always mention, laughter makes things makes things more comfortable, and really kind of changes it from that whole.
There's a word for it. It's called foreboding. So
Foreplay.
So foreboding. What?
Sorry, what?
Foreplay?
So foreboding takes you out of that dark place, the thing that you're so scared of,
Yeah.
and allows you to laugh at it.
Did you learn that from James?
As you would know, I love making people laugh.
Yeah, you're an idiot like me.
Yeah.
Like we're just,
I just love
Just dumb
doing
as
dumb
fuck.
shit. I love
Yeah.
saying inappropriate things, even though there's no meaning behind it. It allows, because there's this whole like stigma of like, you can't say this, you can't. There's to a certain fucking point. I'm gonna put that out there, right?
yeah.
But it's like, if I meet someone and I get a good vibe of them, I'm chilling. I'm fuck. Are you yawning?
Yeah.
Are you yawning?
I'm so tired, bro. It's
I
like,
finally caught someone else.
like genuinely, like I'm still trying to catch up
it's
on
cool.
sleep from the last week.
Look, I do give him some shit for it. He does have a decent amount of hair, but
Prick.
it's
Can I borrow some?
I mean, I'm due for a haircut. We could make a wig.
Yeah, done.
it's getting there.
Paid.
It's getting there. Yeah, paid. But I think that concludes the episode.
Yes.
Sync and clap. 3, 2, 1.
Extra
You have to have
credits.
something.
Yeah, we do this little thing. Welcome back to the extra.
credits.
I'm going to have some nicotine first.
You can do whatever you
This
like.
is in this. We're in extra credits right now, my man.
This is
You
kind of
can
like
do
a,
whatever you want.
why is the pinky full cocked?
I'm fucking bald. I'm always in the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And his feet don't touch the floor.
No, they actually don't. Like, sitting in a normal human chair, please.
I was going to do it. I was going to do it. No, get it from my end. Ready? POV. Oh, fuck. Hold up.
POV.
POV, you've been me the whole time.
Gerbz doesn't. And I'm 20 fucking 9, bro.
All right.